Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the apparently very exciting game, Sakura Spirit. Now last episode we encountered a slime girl, or at least the guardswomen encountered a slime girl in the village who was wasn't really attacking, I guess. I guess the whole misconception in this world is that spirits are just trying to play, and the humans think that it's them attacking villages, and their play destroys, like, people's lives and kills people and things like that. So we are now on a mission to try to save the spirits from killing themselves by attacking the villages, basically, and being attacked by the villagers in return, and to eliminate that sort of strife that's there between the races in this world. And we just arrived on the scene. Takahiro and the Fox Girls arrived on the scene to help Mio out of this very, very embarrassing predicament where she is covered in slime girl goo and is apparently naked under this. So anyway, we're gonna go and continue the cringe fest that is known as Sakura Spirit right about now. The sound of running footsteps came from the crowd, when suddenly the slime girl felt her body growing warmer, small flame sparks seemingly floating around her body, causing her body to slowly melt. At the same time, from amidst the crowd, 3 figures appeared to keep the slime girl from her prey. 2 fox spirits, one muttering an incantation of sorts, while the other was holding some sort of ritualistic staff. Trailing behind them was the naginata-wielding guard, accompanied by a young man. Here we are entering the scene, heroic Takahiro. Please, Narumi-san, we're trying to help. I don't want to have to stop you. If you think you can save Mio, then okay. Just know that if any funny business goes down, I will chop your head clean off. Right. I hope the girls know what they're doing. Sakura, what are you doing here? You, Fox! While the slime girl was being distracted by the fox spirits, I ran over to Mio's side, using all my strength to pull at the slime that covered her. Uh-oh. We're gonna see some boobies here in a second, I think, guys. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl was clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful, like getting out of this damn slime.
Machiko, have you come to play as well? Please, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly.
Aw, poor slime girl, she doesn't know anything. And it's funny because her name is Sakura, I just realized, and the game is called Sakura Spirit, so I wonder if she's going to become like an more important part of this game or something like that. Mayako, keep up the good work. No, Sakura, I have not come to play. You are a fool, a bubble-brained moron. Damn, roasted. Why are you harassing the villagers? If you wanted food, you know you could have come to the mansion.
Meaty, Machiko, you can't tell me what to do. Not to mention, the food from the village is tastier than the fruit at your place. Besides, I just wanted to play with them a bit. But then you started screaming, and this monkey girl with her sharp stick tried to scare me away. I will not stand for these insults. Just you wait until I'm free. One-sama, the spell is almost done. If I keep going on, it might...
Just a little more, little one. Sakura, I do not wish for this to end this way. You know what will happen if Mayako's spell is allowed to continue. You might get stuck in your midget form for a long time, and I am certain you do not want that. Midget form? This is gonna be interesting. Leave this village, please.
But you're going to melt me? That's unfair. My sisters won't be happy to hear Machiko and Mayako sided with the silly humans when all I was doing was having some fun. I'll be back.
And with those words, the slime girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. Oh man, so she went on the run and she's mad at us, so we're probably gonna have to deal with her and her ilk later in the game here. Once the slime girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio. Uh-oh. However, as the slime shattered into millions of tiny pieces, Mio was left without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes. You gentleman, you, Takahiro!
Don't you dare look at me!
Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. With the slime girl gone, the villagers turned towards the fox spirits with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. I bet it's gonna be the elder. Yeah, it is. Hey, what's up, village elder?
It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takahiro-kun, even if the circumstances could have been better.
What are you saying, elder? That man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits. Wait a second. These girls just wanted to help.
One-sama, my head hurts.
It's okay, dear. I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you, and so will Taka-kun.
It's a trap! Silence! How dare you act with such hostility toward those who just saved your lives?
Oh yeah, that's right. You tell him, village elder. The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness in the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden.
It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions, Takahiro-kun. I must ask you to forgive the people for their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between the spirits and humans has been rather problematic at best.
I understand their concern, but will you at least hear me out?
Very well. If that is what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped save the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say.
Oh, so there's a village elder and a village chief. Interesting.
I'll go find her, Oji-sama.
Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me the chance to carry out my plan, we waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private where Machiko could tend to Mayako without the villagers looking on in contempt. This is really interesting. I mean, like I said before, there's sort of this weird, like, race relations subplot going on. Or I guess it's the main plot of the game. I guess the boobs are the subplot. But, like, for a game that obviously doesn't take itself too seriously, there are some serious undertones that are happening here.
Ugh, how many times am I going to have to say it? I'm sorry. I froze, okay? I panicked. You're sort of stronger than my Naginata. What was I even going to accomplish by... That is unacceptable. I will reprimand... What are those creatures doing here? Elder-sama, this is highly unorthodox. She's highly unorthodox.
Shh, Mayako-chan.
These are our guests, Tsukino Dono. You shall treat them with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. That is an order.
I understand, Elder-sama.
First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. While Tsukino Dono's brave attempt to stop the spirit allowed us to prevent further damage, I fear that her fate would have been much worse had the spirit been allowed to continue its rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Tsukino Dono and this village, Takahiro-kun, as well as, and you as well, Fox Spirits.
No problem. Tsu-chan told us to do it. Besides, Sakura's a stupid, smelly meanie pants.
We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder-sama.
Narumi-chan, Tsukino Dono.
Thank you, Mayako-san. Machiko-san. You really helped us out there. You've got more guts than me. That girl had me terrified. What? Or have you not considered that they might be working together with that monster and that this is all just a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left?
The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it.
Mio, you seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits. If those three had joined forces, there would possibly have been no village left to defend.
The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing.
You should be grateful. We would not stand a chance if all spirits were to conspire against us. Do I need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them?
Elder-sama, you must understand, due to my situation, I cannot simply pretend to be friends with the spirit, not after everything they have done to us. But for now, I will at least remain silent on that matter. There is more at stake here than my personal feud. Know this, Fox Spirits. If I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster.
There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit such as Tsuyuri.
Actually, what I'm about to tell is something I learned directly from her.
You mean, you met her in person?
I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitude towards humans. And doesn't it strike you as odd that there are only spirits in this particular area?
It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside of this region, but what does that have to do with us?
It has something to do with this region, apparently. You see, the spirits here aren't from this world.
You mean to say?
Taka-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but surely we are still of this world.
One-sama, what does this mean?
Tsuyuri told me you probably wouldn't remember it because of how young you were when it happened. But spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily. Then, why aren't there more spirits around? The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Machiko-san, Mayako-chan, and 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Tsuyuri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Tsuyuri for a while, don't you? Ah, that's none of your business.
Tsu-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to.
What about those 4 other spirits?
Even though she's a powerful spirit, Tsuyuri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. I do not know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself? I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and, look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on, Machiko-san. This way. When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I signed and turned my focus back onto the conversation. Now, about the, penny theft.
Ah, right. They did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own.
It was a simple mistake. I needed a maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that it was something other than the silky things girls wear?
It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew what maiden silk, that maiden silk is another term for a wedding sash. Innocent, huh? If they really thought that, they could have just used their own.
Nah, that's where you're wrong. One-sama and I don't have any.
You two...
I think we should move on to a different matter.
Yeah, moving on. Tsuyuri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figure that maybe you could make us the sash.
But why would you need such an item?
Ooh, silly man. I already told you, I need it for his spell.
Mayako-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Mayako-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm.
Why would she desire such a power?
Imagine being stuck far away from this village. You don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're in a place you don't know with beings unlike anything you have seen before. Now let's say you had a power that would let you go anywhere you want. Where would you go?
Are you saying that?
Yes. Even if they weren't aware of it, they must have subconsciously felt like they were different from you. They only wanted...
to go home.
Home.
Kinda, I guess. I just want to cast a spell to see what would happen. Tsu-chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did, and since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell.
I think it's normal, Mayako-chan. Whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place they can call their own. A place where they're accepted for who they are. Isn't that right, Elder-sama?
But you accept me,
But you accept me for who I am, don't you, Takani?
I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Surely, not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them all evil.
For a moment, I saw the Elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room Narumi and Machiko had moved to, and his gaze softened.
Unfortunately, some of us have suffered quite a lot at the hands of spirits. It will take some time for some people to come to terms with those feelings, Takahiro-kun.
Meanwhile, in a room off to the side of the main room, the guard lieutenant was watching over the older fox spirit as she seemed to be in the grips of a minor panic attack. No, this can't be right. This can't be true. I'm from this world. I belong here. Don't I? Maybe you should sit down or, lie back or something. I can get you a pillow if you'd like, or... No, you could not possibly understand. You cannot know what it is like to have everything you knew, your whole life, just pulled out from under you completely. Actually, I do. What do you mean?
It was a while ago now. I was still just a kid, maybe 5 years old. There was an incident involving those other spirits. I don't know what exactly happened, but there was a big fire, and my parents got trapped inside. They never made it out. So, yeah, don't tell me I don't know what it's like to have your whole life torn apart.
I'm sorry. I did not know. I could not have known.
That almost makes it worse. You should know. You should know exactly what it did to me. How it made me feel.
Pardon? I do not know what you're talking about. Narumi, was it?
Narutan.
What?
That's what you used to call me, Chichan. You used to call me Narutan. We used to play together almost every day. That's how you should know. I was with you when the incident happened. And you don't even remember.
The girl collapsed onto one knee, clutching her head. I remember. The village glowing orange. A girl younger, resembling you. Why could I not remember this before?
Machiko?
My head hurts. I remember seeing you cry. You screamed for your parents, and then you called out my name as I ran. I had to. The villagers, they wanted to catch us. All spirits. They didn't care that we had been playing by the river all day. I couldn't explain it. I had to run. I can't believe it. Narutan, I am so sorry. The fox spirit reached out for the guard, who pulled back instinctively. As she did, the pain seemed to disappear, and Machiko looked more relieved than anything.
No, not yet. I can't just forget about all that. It isn't that easy. But you did stand up to that slime the one you called Sakura. You risked your life for Mio and for the village, and that's worth giving you a chance for. I can't promise a miracle, though, 'cause she barely even listens to me, but I'll try to talk her down. She really isn't the cold, heartless captain everyone thinks she is.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance, Narutan. I promise, Mayako and I will do our best. Perhaps you could tell me more about the incident.
I'd rather not. It isn't a happy story, but if you do me a favor, I might be more willing to tell you more. I want to get stronger. I couldn't do anything earlier today. I couldn't protect anyone. I don't have the brains for magic or anything like that. But that Takahiro guy knows some pretty flashy moves. If you get him to teach me some, I'll tell you about what happened. Deal, Chichan?
I am not too sure. That seems like a bit of an unfair deal on my part. Perhaps you could sweeten it for me just a little?
Always the charmer, huh? Alright, how about this? I'll tell you something about when we were younger, like when we used to play together in the woods near the village. There's a little stream there that we used to fish in. Sometimes you would sneak into the village with me and we'd play pranks on the shop owners, knocking on doors and running away. Silly kid stuff. You'd even show me your magic, your illusion abilities, but you said you didn't like doing it all that much because it made Mayako cry.
That's right. When Mayako saw me transform for the first time, she got so scared she ran away and nearly hurt herself. How could I possibly have forgotten that? Narutan, thank you for telling me that. I swear, I will get Takakun to help you. Thank you. The girl stepped forward once again, this time wrapping her arms around the surprised guard, who did not pull back. As the two women hugged each other tightly, the fox spirit began trembling.
Hey, come now. We should probably get back to the others. They're probably wondering where we've gone.
Aw, what a cute scene. And I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and end it there. I can't believe how serious this game got. I mean, we were just talking about, Mio having her clothes melted off by a slime spirit, and now we have this sort of really sad backstory. And also, by the way, guys, I did want to say sorry if my face cam is covering any of the characters' faces. It's very cluttered on the screen right now and in the past couple scenes, so if I didn't move it appropriately, I apologize for that. It is very hard to position that with so many people on the screen there. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed this episode. I know that I've been enjoying, watching this all unfold. There's so much more story than I thought there was going to be. And hopefully, it going back and forth between really silly and really serious is something that is incredibly entertaining to you guys, because it has become so for me. But like I said before, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.